All right, make some good progress here. Still searching for a sort of a system or strategy for completing this illustration. I'm also noticing that the starts and stops of my strokes are losing some opacity at the beginning and end. Now with the actual Scratchboard, that would not be the case. So how, when you're working with a pressure-sensitive tablet, you make a mark like this, if you're working with a pretty good application, you should be able to do something similar to what I'm going to show you here. Under my brush settings, I have shape dynamics, it's set to pin pressure, and the minimum diameter right now is at 0. So I can start with no stroke, add pressure, and have it build up from nothing to the maximum based on whatever my current brush size is. If I increase the minimum diameter, then my start or my finish for the brush as I complete my stroke is going to be, the start and end will be thicker. And I will not be able to go to that kind of tapering off into nothing as easily. Another thing I want you to notice with working in raster is that some brushes are going to automatically soften the edges. As you can see, there's some gray pixels along the edge. That is actually being done deliberately by the software. This is called anti-aliasing. There's only one brush in Photoshop that will not anti-alias the edges of the brush, and that is the pencil tool. I'm going to take this, leave it at 1 or 3 pixels, do a little stroke. So we still have some pressure variation, but notice that it is only going to knock out pure white pixels, just like that, compared to the other brush, which was anti-aliased. So here it is at the smallest it can be, so now it's 1 pixel. If I was working at a higher resolution, then I would most likely be able to get something that looks even more like Scratchboard. So this is a little extreme though. The transition is a little abrupt. How this looks when it's printed, you'd have to do a few test prints to really confirm that that's what you're looking for. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the brush tool. Take that minimum diameter down just a bit, and continue. So I think the last bits I'll do here is maybe add some tone to these upper edges, maybe model the roundness of the neck, and maybe add a little more information to the forehead. My thinking is that my light source is coming in this direction. So as the light falls off, it's going to exponentially diminish in intensity as we go from this point to the opposite side of the face. But as the artist, I can always play with those rules and have areas that are up over here. I can have areas that are more highlighted than they normally would be in real life, just because I decided that's going to work better with my overall composition. Alright, so making some progress here, and then in the last video I will share the finished result.